Hello, Hotel Goddess here. As you can probably tell, I just woke up. Let's get this straight. Anyway, I'm in the Hotel Andaz, which is in Mexico City, and I have some thoughts, some pros and some cons to this hotel. I actually even chose to come to Mexico City because I had some Hyatt nights to use and a Marriott night that was expiring. So, and there are no really great Marriotts that are near me that are less than, I don't know, way more than the 35,000 nights. So I thought, I've never been to Mexico City, let me check it out. So here I am, and it's just a 3-day trip. Everyone who has ever been to Mexico City has told me that they liked it, so I expected that I would like it as well. And I can see that there are a lot of things to like about the city. It's a huge city. They have a lot of culture, museums, restaurants, a lot of things. So I think if you're a city person, you're gonna like it. And I am a city person. I mean, I live in a city. And I think because I live in a city and I've been to so many cities around the world that I'm really picky about cities now. And I like it here. I'm glad I saw it, but it's not like London where I would keep going back, or Barcelona or Rome. It's not like, or Shanghai. It's a great city. It's huge. It's got a lot of beautiful things. But it also has, it's sort of loud. There's a lot of traffic. It has the same kind of feeling. It's like, if I want that sort of Latin vibe, I prefer just to go to Miami. And Miami, I guess, is the fancy vibe of it, maybe. Not in all places. I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying what I'm saying besides that. I really liked the city, but I didn't love it the way I love Riviera Maya. I love Playa del Carmen. I love the Mexican resort areas. I love Cabo. I love Puerto Vallarta. So I'll keep going back to those forever, all the time. And as far as cities go, I probably won't be going to many cities, but if you look at me, you can see I barely slept. It's because this hotel, this Andaz, we'll start with a con. It's freaking loud. And they know it's loud, but I mean, it's so loud. I actually called at 4:15 a.m. because I thought that there was a pack of girls either in the room next to me or outside my door screaming in Spanish at the top of their lungs. And when I opened the door and looked, they were way down the hall. They weren't even that close to my door, so I don't know why I could hear every word they were saying, but this is 4 a.m, and I called and they sent somebody up to remove them. And I don't know, were these girls even staying here? They could have just been at the club area downstairs or something, but they were very rude, very loud, very tacky, and not great hotel guests, let's say. And it reminded me of why I really do prefer the more traditional hotels, which are soundproofed and meant more for business and luxury travelers. This Andaz, so let's go with the pros. So it's very stylish. The style is urban, cool, chic, and it combines sort of pink neon and mirrors like you might see in Tokyo. That would be a look that you would see a lot of, with then other areas that are just completely natural, terrazzo, lots of potted plants, natural wood finishes, hangout areas, like their cafe is that way. So that's a plus. That I personally think the style is great of the hotel if you're looking for that more modern urban look. The staff is very nice, really, really considerate and really nice. And I feel like they're doing their best in a hotel which has some challenges, which the biggest challenge that I can see is the noise level. it's a serious challenge. But I just thought the staff, they went out of their way. I ordered a couple Diet Cokes the other day. And then, in Andaz, they usually give you your Cokes free. But when I came back the next day, they had brought me a couple Diet Cokes without me asking. And they, you know, I thought that was considerate. If anything goes wrong with your room, like the first room I had, it was on level 7 and it looked into the courtyard of the Mondrian and this hotel. And I actually preferred it. I would not pay extra for a city view. Number one, because every window I've seen in every place we've been in Mexico City, all the windows are filthy. So there's no point in really like getting a view to look through a really dirty window. So, plus there's a lot of smog and it's hard to see the mountains from a distance because of the smog. So the view, I wouldn't pay for it. It was cooler for me to be able to look down into the open courtyard area and see what was happening down there. And another plus about this hotel is it's dog friendly. So they have something called a wolf park or a wolf bar. And it's a place where you can get burgers and they have a pool table and it's a dog friendly place. And when I went, I didn't see any dogs because I guess the bartender that was there said everyone's probably at work right now. And when they get home, they'll come with their dogs and hang out here. But so I really love that concept. And I think that all hotels should be dog friendly if they're going to be child friendly, because children are pretty loud and annoying compared to dogs, in my opinion. Just saying. Not all kids, but many. So it's also cat friendly. I saw a cat laying downstairs and people look to be working remotely with their big, beautiful dog and their scared little cat under the table. So I don't know about traveling with a litter box. I don't know. I mean, I love cats, but litter boxes and hotels, I don't know. Anyway, so another good thing about this place that I found was, since it's connected to the Mondrian, I kept going downstairs to I think it's called La Terraza. And it's a bar and restaurant, and the staff was super friendly, but most importantly was that it was the best fish tacos I've had in a while. And I eat a lot of fish tacos, and I eat a lot of fish tacos in Mexico as well as in Atlanta. But in Atlanta, we have very good fish tacos because we have a lot of people from Mexico in Atlanta. So excellent fish tacos. But here, these fish tacos were wow. And what made them so great was their proportion, the attention to detail of just the one small corn tortilla with a square of very, very, very lightly battered fish and fresh slot, just the right amount, not too much, not too little, not overflowing, and the tiniest amount of sauce so that it's not overwhelmingly saucy. It was just, oh, and then microgreens on top. It was the difference between perfect proportions and sloppy presentation, which is what you normally will get with fish tacos, just kind of thrown on. But there's always a right proportion to everything, and they have that at the La Terraza with their fish tacos. And their aguachile was wonderful too, and that's one of the best things to eat when you're in Mexico, and something I have not found in Atlanta. And it's similar to ceviche, but es más rico. It's more delicious. It's much more delicious than ceviche. So it might be shrimp, and it could be a red or a green spicy sauce. And it's cured in lime juice, and so it's cured. The shrimp is not cooked; it's just cured in the lime. And again, there could be avocado in it, cucumber, stuff like that. Shredded radishes on top, microgreens, and it can be served with tortillas or chips. And their aguachile here is a red version, and it was amazing, very, very good. It was so good that I had my mom and my sister come back and try it as well, because I wanted to make sure that they tried it and that they had a good version of it. So those are the pluses. The food. Then there's a lively scene. So I think if you're like a person who really wants to party, this is definitely a party hotel. I mean, it's a lot of people are here, what do you call it, working? they're working, but there's a lot of people who are just here to party. And so if that's your goal, there's like nightclubs and bars and rooftop things. Now there is a rooftop pool which has a bar, but it's closed. And when I found out that it was closed, I tried to change my reservation from here to the Regency, the Hyatt Regency in Polanco. This is considered a 4-star on the Hyatt scale, and the Hyatt Regency is considered only a 3. However, I think I probably would have been happier in the Hyatt Regency because of the noise level here. I don't think it could have been worse in any other place. But anyway, back to the good parts. It's lively. If you want to party, this is a good place to do it. If you want to sleep well, bring earplugs. Definitely bring earplugs and bring an eye mask, because they have light blocking curtains, but they're the kind that they don't match all the way, and the corners still leave corners of light, so I didn't like that. Okay. The other thing that I think you'd like about this Andaz, if it's what you're looking for, is it's in a very walkable neighborhood. So if you've been to New York City, I would compare this neighborhood here to Tribeca. It's nice. It's probably expensive. It's up and coming. It's hip, but it's still kind of got a grunginess to it. So that's what it feels like. So if that's your scene and you want to walk around, I think this is a good neighborhood. We went to a restaurant that was called Parole, which was a really nice Italian restaurant, and with live violin and entertainment. I liked that area, Polanco, a little better. This is Condesa, which, like I said, it feels up and coming, and I prefer probably the ritzier feel of the Polanco neighborhood in that area where that restaurant was. So the cons of this place are, as I already said, the noise is the biggest con, but also the first room I went to, I liked, like I said, I liked that more indoor view of seeing over the courtyard. And I left to go eat, and I went back and I smelled this it smelled like Raid, like bug spray smell. And I called, and so they moved my room to what I guess would be a better view because it's higher, but I don't find the view better because of the dirty windows, the smog, and the direct sunlight and all that. I don't find it to be a better view, but this room smelled a lot better. Although when I opened the closet to get the robe out, yes, they have robes in the room, which is good. I smelled that smell again, and I asked the housekeeping guy, who was really nice and thoughtful. I was like, are they spraying bug spray? And he said, no, we have fumigators, or whatever you call them, people who deal with bugs, come once a month. And so I don't know what the smell was, but it definitely has a bug spray smell. So I think it's something they're doing to make sure there are no bugs, but the smell is lingering. So then that would be a con for me. Like I said, in the second room, I didn't smell it except for in the little closet area. I like the shower. I like the bathroom. People complained about the open setup of the room. That mirror sort of slides. So if you were sharing this room and you were in the shower, you would just slide the mirror if you needed. But it's frosted glass, so I mean, I don't understand why no one would be in a small room like this with somebody they weren't comfortable taking a shower in front of through frosted glass anyway. So I think that you just get your own room if you felt that way. So people complained about that, but I didn't find any problem with the room design. I did find a problem here and in every other hotel I saw, and in every place. I mean, I don't know what's up with the dirty windows, but so I think the whole city could be improved with some attention to detail on the windows. And then I would say that the guests here are mostly American, it seems, except for the really, really loud people who were yelling in Spanish the other night. I don't believe they were American. I don't know where they were from. I don't even know that they were really staying here. But I just know they were loud and rude. But there's a lot of Americans who are here for bachelorette parties. Then there's also just the American, like Karens with their kids, with their, I don't know how to put it. I think Karens sums it up as far as what kind of people I'm trying to express. So there are a lot of those. It was kind of a little disappointing to hear every time I was in the elevator, there would be more Americans. And I didn't love that. I didn't think that the guests here, this does not attract a luxury hotel crowd. Luxury hotel crowd is more my type of crowd, so I prefer hotels that do attract that guest. So because of that, but I mean, I got to use my free Hyatt nights, so really what do I care? And it's an experience. And if I were to come back to Mexico City, I would stay at like the JW Marriott in Polanco or the St. Regis in Polanco. I would stay in Polanco, and I would stay at a extremely luxurious hotel. And then I would just order your Ubers, make sure you get Uber Black. And even Uber Black, like the other day, we ordered an Uber Black, and it was just a little tiny Mercedes C-Class. I prefer to be in an SUV, air-conditioned. A lot of the, even the comfort Ubers, you have to ask for them to use the AC, or they don't have AC, and it's hot, and there's tons of traffic, there's tons of horns, and so it just feels like a lot of dirty air coming in the car. I don't know how to put it, but if you like more luxury travel, I would say get the most luxurious hotel you can in the nicest neighborhood. Stick to the Uber Blacks. I would probably cancel if I saw it wasn't going to be an SUV in the future. And find the best restaurants and museums and go to them and come back. We did a journey the other day to the Floating Gardens, which is 45 minutes or so out of the city, and it's kind of similar to what they have in Southeast Asia, where there are these flat boats in these canals, and there are boats that are selling food, there's boats that are selling beverages, and you have sort of a guide that pushes you through. And some people are on the boats just sort of with music and partying. Some people are just looking around, and you'll see I don't know, it looks like greens and vines and all these sort of floating islands, and it's cool, it's interesting. There's bars and restaurants to stop at, and these are very rustic places. We stopped at one where there were just tons of dolls, doll heads and dolls. It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen. And then there's a lot of very, very young Mexican girls with like tiny children, and they themselves look really, really young. And they're just chilling there, hanging out. More of a slice of life outside of the city kind of thing, an authentic experience. We expect to, if you have to use the restroom, they're going to charge you for toilet paper. If they sell you a beer, it'll be like $8 US. A little bit of a ripoff in ways, but you know, it's just, I guess the whole place is just based on tourism, and it felt like it was very poor. I'm glad that my mom got to see it, because she hasn't done as much traveling, and it gave her, she loved the colorful boats and just seeing more of the authentic culture that's outside of a city. So I thought it was great for her. So As far as the Andaz, if you're considering staying here, if you would rather stay in an urban neighborhood and walk around and it's a little grungy but a little nice, and you want to party, or you have a dog and you want to stay here for work and you have headphones to sleep with, I think it's a good choice. And the staff does try their best. And I don't know that there's anything they could do about soundproofing this building because it's probably old. As I said, pluses and minuses. I would not pick it again, but as you know, I'm super picky and I really, really love luxury hotels. But I'm glad I got to experience it. I really am. So thanks for watching, and I'll put up a couple more videos about the other hotel and about some of the things we did. And stay safe and travel soon.